Yo, what is good? My anime faithful, what is good, yo? Guys, I truly am trying to give Fairy Gone a chance, and, I want to see if this show has real potential to become something great, but at the same time, um, it was more me than it was like the show, but like for some reason my internet is just being trashed. Like I can't go to anywhere, watch something without having to sit there for like days on end for it to even get past the opening credits as of lately. So I don't know what that's all about. So if videos start coming out later and stuff like that, or I start having some, or like I start dropping stuff, it's because of that, and it's just absolutely annoying. So, that being said, we have ourselves a very interesting overall narrative as of right now. We had the group of people that were working with Wolf that we needed to pretty much watch out for, but as of now, it seems like we are learning that um, there's probably another organization out there, and because of that, um, they have someone named Bittersweet, Bittersweet or Sweetie, and man, she is pretty broken. And to think that all of that strength and power is going to somehow translate into her being stronger now. I mean, she's stronger than she already was that we were seeing her because now all of a sudden she has her fairy out and she can cover more ground. She could take out more people much quicker. Mind you, she was running this whole episode without even breaking a sweat, keeping up with someone who practically looks like he lives to run around, or like he lives to be this type of person, like a thief. So if he was good at running and this girl kept up with him like this, not to mention the fact that after she kept up with him the whole time, he tried to escape and she pretty much just popped him one with one bullet and called it good. um, the thing that we really learned about this week though is mostly about what the tombs could be maybe used for, I guess you can say, or just more of an understanding of why they would want them in the first place and where that's probably going to lead them in at the end of it all. So we learned that the tombs, the Black Fairy Tomb, isn't even the only one. It's just the most recent one of the researchers that have been working on making these. And to know that kind of puts us in a position to understand that most people who um, come in contact with these types of like uh, totems and stuff like that usually have bigger ambitions overall. So if that is the case, we're probably going to learn just what some of the ambitions are for people we haven't learned much about because, for instance, one person that we saw that seemingly had some goals in mind was the Pope, or not the Pope, the Vice Minister, who pretty much somehow knew about this occurrence or had a good feeling about it, and somehow, some way, sent out these guys to go and handle it. So not only did he seemingly send out the people he needed um, to get into a fight with, Sweetie and stuff, and that's the only reason why they're here in the first place. We learned that everybody has a chance to really um, be ridiculously powerful in this show, and you don't even need a fairy to be that strong. For instance, we got Wolf, and now we got Bittersweet, two very powerful like individuals that without using their fairy abilities, are just as much threatening as they are without it, and then when they pull it out, they're twice as threatening. So these are the types of people that definitely need to be watched out for, and I honestly don't think anybody's gonna um, like have a chance against some of these people later on, but we'll see. Our main character, like the main guy anyway, like the girl's cool. She seemingly is doing more than the guys half the dang time, so that's pretty cool. But thing that got me messed up was the fact that um, he kind of is. He's kind of the person to bridge all the information at this point. Like he doesn't seem like his character is there because he's going to get stronger. He's going to become much better than he already was, stuff like that. He just seems more like, oh, I'm here because so and so, and she doesn't know much about anything. So if it was just her, it would be hard to understand the overall plots and information that we're getting here and there because she has no like real prior information about it all. So I don't know. It's very interesting in the least. But from what I understand, um, we'll probably be getting a good amount of organizations or like other people who all have the same kind of goals in mind. And I think that's kind of going to be the bigger selling point of this show is just having maybe likable characters from all different organizations. The only thing that seemed weird was seeing the guy who supposedly was taking care of taking care of the man that we went to get the tomb from in the first place, or the totem. Um, the guy who knew about it, he's like, "Oh yeah, it's in my room, and you know it's safe, this and that." And then the first instance we see is this guy hearing some type of thief going in there, and so he just goes and runs off looking for it and practically just gives away the location. So um, I'm not really sure what he was thinking when it came down to that, but clearly these guys aren't the best like tacticianists. So um, I guess we'll see where all that leads towards the end of the series, like how smart they start to become when it comes down to uh, letting these things happen or not letting them happen. Because at this point, it seemed like he actually lets it happen because then it put Sweetie, the main guy, and that girl all in the middle of the streets where they can easily, see them fighting and whatnot. So if that's the case, they're pretty smart, but at the same time, um, we have to. Oh my God, I didn't mean to do that. We have to see exactly where all of this goes because not only are we kind of in a position where um, all of this can just like hit the fan for our main characters, I'm pretty sure if we do see that, it's going to be obvious to why. I knew that was going to happen. It's going to be obvious to why it happens, and because of that, I love the fact that we can see more and more of different characters kind of trickling in and helping overall. But I guess we'll see where this fight leads out. We also saw the guy that got shot by Bittersweet is being confronted by somebody. I mean, this man has taken the tome out of out of the box, thrown the box away, kept the paper, ran away, and then supposedly he threw down the paper, you know. So I would not be surprised if he actually kept the papers and he had two different types of scrolls and that one was still a bait because like he said, just like them, he has to risk it all, and if he doesn't, GG, that's it. So with all that being said, I hope you guys have an amazing day, night, evening. I don't know how it's gonna be to get these other shows watched because of my internet right now, but I'll try to get them out to you guys later today. I already did a video on Boruto, so Either that's going to be out before this or after. So I hope you guys enjoy that as well. And I will talk to you soon. So peace.